Good morning, children. How are you? Let's start with prayer. Okay, today let's start our social science class. Okay, first chapter, life in the mountains. Life in the mountains. Where do we live? We live near earth. Near earth. Earth contains water and land. Water and land. About 70% of the earth contains water. 70% of our earth contains water. And then the 30% of the earth is covered with land. 30% of the earth is covered with land. In the previous classes, we have studied what is land. Land contains mountains, plateaus, islands, deserts, etc. The land portion of our India can be divided into 5 physical divisions. Northern mountains, coastal plains, deserts, islands and plateaus. Okay. In this chapter, we are discussing mainly the mountain areas, mountains, the rocky areas. The northern part of India contains mountains, northern mountains of India. We are discussing northern mountains of India. Northern mountains of India include the Himalayas, the Karakoram ranges, the Purvachal hill ranges. The northern mountains of India contains the Himalaya ranges, the Karakoram ranges and the Purvachal hill ranges. First we are discussing the Himalayas. Himalaya. Do you heard about Himalaya? Yes. It's covered with snow. It's a mountain covered with snow, full of snows. Do you like snow? Yes, Himalaya is covered with snow. It's also known as House of Snow. Himalaya is also known as House of Snow. In India, the Himalaya is extended from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. From Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. There are many peaks in the Himalaya. Which is the highest peak in Himalaya? Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the Himalaya. Mount Everest is also the highest peak in the world. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the Himalaya. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the Himalaya. It is also the highest peak in the world. Mount Everest. It is on the Nepal-China border. Mount Everest. There are many peaks in the Himalaya. Which is the highest peak in the Himalaya? Mount Everest. Which is the highest peak in the world? Mount Everest. Okay. We can divide the Himalayas into 3 regions. The Greater Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas and the Outer Himalayas. The Himalayas can be divided into 3 regions. The Greater Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas and the Outer Himalayas. First one, the Greater Himalayas. The Middle Himalayas. the middle Himalayas, and the outer Himalayas. Outer Himalayas. The Himalayas can be divided into three regions: the Greater Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas, and the Outer Himalayas. Okay, let's discuss in detail. The Greater Himalaya. It is the northernmost and the highest of the Himalayan ranges. Northernmost and the highest of the Himalayan ranges. The Greater Himalaya. It is the northernmost and the highest of the Himalayan ranges. It is also known as Himadri. It is also known as Himadri. Himadri. The peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga are included in this Greater Himalaya. Mount Everest and Kanchenjunga are the major peaks included in the Greater Himalaya. This high snow-covered peaks. High snow-covered peaks are included in this region, in the Greater Himalaya. Glaciers. What are glaciers? Glaciers originate in this Greater Himalaya. Originate from this Greater Himalaya. What are glaciers? Glaciers are huge mass of ice that moves along the plains. Glaciers are huge mass of ice that moves along the plain. So, glaciers originate in these regions. Glaciers originate in these regions, the Greater Himalayas. Glaciers originate. Okay.